Hello, thank you and welcome again to another episode on the channel. Thank you for tuning in. We are on the series of friendship in marriage, and the video before this particular one, we had a hangout at the beachside with a couple who has been married for 12 years. Well, I have a good news for you. We have another couple today, just arrived at their house, and they've been married for a longer number of years. I'm not going to spill the tea. I'll let them have the stage, and then we'll be hearing from them about their experiences, about the challenges, and about the joys of being friends in so many years of marriage. So stay tuned. Don't go anywhere.
Hello, my name's Angela.
My name's Martyn. Angela and myself met back in 1968. Our parents were landlords, so they knew each other very well. I happened to be in Oxford one day where Angela lived. Dad had a pub in Cowley Road, and I was getting my motorbike service, which was only just down the road from the pub. For some reason, I thought I'd go and see if Angela was in. And she happened to be going up the bank, and I had to go up there as well for my father to get some change for the bank, for the pub. And we started talking and made a date for the Saturday, and we went out, and we've been going out ever since.
Yes, we have. Yeah, it was lovely, wasn't it?
Yes.
We had straight away. We kind of felt really okay, easy with each other, and we decided to go for a walk by the river. Is that right? Was it over your?
It was.
Over your
took her on my new motorbike.
Oh yes, you did.
Went for a walk over the weirs.
Yes, that's right.
Walked
by the
and
river.
talked, and we've been walking and talking ever since.
Yeah, walking and talking was a
big thing.
A beginning of our relationship. Was really cool, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah. So we enjoyed that very much. Well, we've been married 54 years this very week, and we got married in Oxford in 1970 in a little church there. We weren't Christians then, and we just, because it was the thing that you did, you got married in church, your parents sort of, that's how it went, and we got married in church. We had to go along for had to go along for 6 months going to the church to prove that I was in the parish, and that I was really committed to going to the church, even though I'd not been there before. And so that's where we got married, and it was a very, very happy day. It had its challenges, didn't it, with the family?
Yeah,
but
I still remember the name of the vicar.
Yes,
Reverend Bishop.
Yes. It was quite appropriate. But yeah, so that was when we tied the knot. Yes. Yeah. For me, it's been really having somebody who really cares about me, who really loves me, who's really on my side, who's really for me. And that's been so important. Somebody that I can trust and just enjoy being with. And that's been so fulfilling for me as a person. I'm sure there's a lot of other things I could think of, but that's kind of where
there's a lot to be said for the partnership. It's like two jigsaw pieces being put together, and they firmly stayed there over all these years. It's been brilliant. It's a great security in our life together, isn't it?
Yeah. And I mean, as far as friendship's concerned, I mean, it kind of started straight away, didn't it? We really felt like we were good pals, didn't we? We found we enjoyed doing the same things, which is very fortunate, because I know that's not always the same for everybody. But we did. We loved the walking. We enjoyed, getting around, talking. Yes.
And never run out of words.
No.
Always talking.
No. It's been
it's
been fulfilling, most definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, challenges since we've been married, I think one of the main ones was the financial side of life itself, especially when we got a mortgage to buy our first house. We were just the two of us then, and it was quite tight on money. But we managed. We weren't believers then, we weren't Christians, and we worked extra hours, we worked extra jobs to keep the money coming in to pay the mortgage. And when we moved house to Moordown, we had a bigger mortgage, doing more jobs to pay the bills. But we managed to get through it, but it was very stressful. And there was too many days in the month between the pay packets coming in.
And we had and then we had our lovely children. And obviously the challenges become more there, didn't we? But financially, the amazing thing that happened whilst we were living in that home was that we then found Jesus. God had moved us to, well, we realise now that God obviously moved us to that house because somebody knocked on the door and invited us along to a church to find it, because they'd found Jesus and they were telling us about it. So I started going along, and I found Jesus for myself, and it was wonderful. And then the following year, you gave your life.
It happened to me as well.
Yes, the Holy Spirit worked
in big time.
Yeah. And I think that for us was when we talk about the challenges of financial side, then we started getting the message from the Bible. I felt compelled to be looking at tithing, and at the time money was very tight, and I thought, how on earth can we tithe and still survive, But we did. We stepped out in faith, and we found over the years since that we've never gone short. God's always provided. Ever since then, the more we give, the more we seem to have replenished what's been given away. And we've grown in that over the past 40 years now, and it's never failed us. It's never failed us yet. No.
It's been great.
And being part of a church family was just an incredible experience. I mean, we never experienced, being a part of all these wonderful people's lives and finding, and especially I praise God that, we both became Christians at the time. Oh my goodness, it's just so wonderful. Yeah. Because then we could just start walking with Him together.
Different walk.
Instead of, it's great. It's been wonderful, Yes, well, we were trying to think about the answer to this question and realise that, there's no big stuff that we, really that we would say, but it's every day, it's looking for that thing, that small little nugget of something that is precious. And we do try to do that. And I think when you do look for it, you always find it, and it's been wonderful. Yeah. We've never looked for anything, major, but God has always given us, something to cherish every day, really, hasn't He?
He's given us a good sense of humour.
Oh, the
humour.
Well, for each other's humour, we don't.
No, others might not appreciate it.
We love to laugh, and we're so grateful that we can laugh, because there are times when, when things are tricky, if we can laugh. And, sure are some stupid things that we laugh about, but they're between us and they're so silly, and we just say them and then we burst out laughing, and it's so good. It's so relaxing, isn't it? It is. And I feel that at this time in our life, I was saying to you that I feel like friendship is even more important in these latter years of our life. We are older. We are more focused now on the fact that maybe how long have we got here on this earth? Which one of us will go first? We talk about it, fairly regularly, don't we? Yeah. We're making our preparations, etc. But praising God that we know where we're going when we die. Yeah. But I feel that the friendship that we've had over the years is even more important now, because there's things that we can't do as older people that we would have done when we were younger. And so therefore the challenges become a little greater, But if the friendship then becomes so much more important, doesn't it between us, that we just are so glad to be together every day.
So we do things for each other.
Yeah, we thank God every day for. We wake up, we say, "Oh, okay, here we are." We say that, don't we? Here we are together.
This is the day the Lord has made,
and we will rejoice and be glad in it. Yeah, and that's how it is for us every day. Are you starting first? Or?
It's amazing, isn't it?
It is amazing, yes.
It's the fondness and the love that we've had for each other that I really appreciate. We've never lost anything of our marriage. In fact, it's grown stronger and stronger, and I appreciate you so much. I do thank you for all that you mean to me, and having God in our lives as well. It's just the third strand in our life, and we've done very well over these years, and we're grateful, aren't we?
So much. And there's not a single day has gone by when I have ever thought that was not the right thing to do. I've always known that, this was a marriage made by God in heaven before before the world began, and have enjoyed it so much. I love waking up beside you. I love walking with you. I love your kindness. You are a kind man. I know that you always care about what matters to me, and even when I am so confused about what I'm thinking in my head, you deal with it very well.
Thank you.
Because it's such a mess sometimes, and I'm just so grateful to you for taking the time to listen and to be there for me. Thank you for always being there for me.
And I'm grateful to you for keeping me on the straight and narrow. The things that I want to say to people, and you hold me back.
Sweet thing.
It's great.
Yes, I'm saying this on behalf of both of us, really, because we talked about it before, and we really feel that this is so important, and it's something that we've had to learn because it doesn't come naturally. It's wanting to change the other person, wanting to change your spouse, wanting them to do things differently. And I've realized how wrong this is, how terribly wrong this is. And God helps me to take anything that I'm concerned about to him, about Martyn, and usually find that God changes me first about the whole situation. And then maybe I'm able to talk with Martyn about it, and whatever the situation. So that has been a great blessing to me to be able to do that. And it's
it applies to both of us. We both have that same way of looking at things now, rather than struggle through difficult times of trying to get things different. Pray about it, bring it before God, and things blend in and move, and you move on together. It's great.
And sometimes when, either one of us might do something in the home, and the other one thinks, well, it shouldn't really be done like that. I think it would be better if it was done like this. No, don't be just so thankful that somebody is doing that for you, or doing it for the home situation. Don't criticize it. Don't try and change it yourself, and that's really big time learning, that one. Yes.
Great.
Yeah. Oh, great. Yes. Well, I think it's a real privilege to be able to pass on anything to, anyone who's getting married. For me, loyalty is absolutely key, being loyal to each other. You know, it's that sense of, sometimes you might hear or see people that are in a group and they're nattering about their spouse being unkind or making fun of them. And I've always felt that's the most awful thing. And I just know that loyalty for me between both of us is so key, that we are loyal to each other before any other human being, aren't we not? Yes.
Yeah, I think communication is something as well that we would pass on, that never stop talking. Never, if you've got problems, don't just zip your lips. Talk about them, open them up, and share them.
And we haven't always done that. No, we haven't always done that. In past years, we haven't communicated as we should have done. We haven't sat and, you know, really gone over something and discussed it properly and deeply, have we? No. And, you know, that I would say, please do that. Please talk. Even if it's 5 minutes over a cup of tea, talk. And, you know, I think one of the lovely things is when either of us comes through the door, we've been on our own somewhere, we've been out, haven't we, or something, and we come through the door. The first thing we want to do is tell each other what we've been doing, who we've met, what we saw, which squirrels were playing around. It's just, you know, the first person that we want to talk to, which I know is going to be the hard bit when either one of us may go. But that's going to be a challenge then. We'll talk to God. There won't be an answer. So, but that's been wonderful, hasn't it? I just sorry, I'm looking back here. Communication. But the other was appreciating, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, I appreciate you.
Yeah, it's appreciating each other. You know, it's so easy over the years with busyness of life and everything to take each other for granted. And I think appreciating each other, we do try to do that. And even if, you know, Martyn will do something and I'll say, oh, thanks for doing that, you know, and he says, well, you don't have to thank me. And I said, well, yeah, but I do, because you didn't have to do that. And it's, I think it's important because we don't want to take each other for granted. We don't want to just say, oh, yes, that's all right, he's going to do that. That's fine, you know, and we do try to do that. And I know, you know, when you young people are very busy, families and everything, it's hard, you know, but that's where you've got to put the work in, isn't it? I would really say, you know, really appreciate each other.
From the beginning.
Now, how did you find that close-up interview with Martyn and Angela? It was exciting for me. It was enlightening. Married for 54 years. Wow, amazing. And then, you know, something about principles. Principles don't change. Remember, they talked about communication. They talked about being friends. They talked about not trying to change your partner, but work on yourself and allow your partner be and see yourself grow. Friendship in marriage. Thank you for listening to this episode. I hope you grabbed 1 or 2 lessons from it. We'll continue again on the next episode. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, what are you waiting for? On this channel, we talk about marriage, about family, and about relationships. So I am encouraging you to subscribe, to like this video, share with someone, drop me a comment about how this episode has been to you. I'll see you at the next video, and thank you for watching.